and surrounded by these craggy peaks and mountains and mountainous areas. And there are legends and reports that go back here centuries.
Gerhard has enlisted Marco Reynoso, a local investigator, and Sergio Estavillo, a wilderness guide, to help him.
Yes. This is, of course, Monterey. Geographically speaking, what are we looking at here as far as what do we have in terms of these surrounding mountains, caves, and so forth? What is the lay of the land, so to speak?
Yes, here we have the Cerro de las Mitras. It's a mountain where you can find different mines and caves. This part, here we have El Cerro de la Silla. Is like
Reynoso has collected details of numerous local sightings of humanoid creatures.
I have many reports of other policemen in the Santa Catarina River, and other reports in other zone, Apodaca County.
Shortly after beginning their search, the team meets a local rancher who tells them about unusual aerial activity.
They do come down close to where people are, because a short while ago in the hills of Guitarrita, some members of my family were around and a UFO came down. I've seen them over there, and they've come down there by the Guitarrita. They've never harmed anybody, but people are shocked and get scared.
It is believed by locals that the creatures are nocturnal cave dwellers. As a result, Gerhard has outfitted the team with night vision equipment and targeted a cave 5,000 feet above sea level to start the search.
Caves have been very, very good in terms of discoveries of different types of fossils, cave paintings. These were, of course, habitations for thousands of years of the early indigenous peoples all over the world, as well as animals. Any type of animal might seek refuge in a cave. They're excellent hiding places.
The team reaches the opening and enters the limestone caves.
If there were any type of undiscovered animal or creature, whether it be a gigantic form of bat, a surviving pterosaur from our prehistoric past, they would need a place to hide. Looks like there might be some different passageways and things up here ahead.
200 yards into the cave, something captures Ken's imagination.
There's one very strange looking sort of shape or formation. And I get a very, very eerie feeling being down in this cave.
Monster Quest is searching for unidentified flying humanoids, known to aggressively attack people. Ken Gerhard believes the same extraordinary phenomenon may have been witnessed centuries ago by North America's earliest civilizations.
Within the different legends and folklores of Mexico, we find many references to these flying humanoids or winged humanoid type creatures. Specifically here in the mountains around Monterey, we hear reports of the legends of the Birdman, which is described as a humanoid figure with, of course, the wings, talons, and other characteristics of a bird.
Mayan legends tell of hybrid creatures that stalked local villages.
There's the Camazotz, or Zots, the death bat. And this is depicted in Maya engravings as a anthropomorphic creature with the body of a man and the head of a bat. And it's often associated with sacrifice and death.
Many believe some of these bizarre mythological creatures had extraterrestrial origins.
We have all of these references to the gods from the skies, if you will, visiting the early indigenous peoples of Mexico. We have these links to possible alien visitations, UFOs, that date back to the Maya.
In the 1940s and 50s, accounts began to emerge from across the United States of similar sightings.
In a place called Chehalis, Washington, several people reported seeing this humanoid-type figure floating up about 200 feet in the air. Appeared to be wearing some type of control panel on his chest and making sort of a whizzing sound as he passed over the countryside.
In 1953, a disturbing encounter was described in detail by a family in Houston, Texas.
Suddenly they noticed this silhouette of what they first mistook to be a large moth moving across the lights. And it eventually settled in the branch of a large tree, and it was then that they could make out the shape or form of a humanoid figure. And they estimated that he stood about 6.5 feet tall, and they could clearly see that he was dressed in a black paratrooper uniform, complete with boots and a helmet. He also appeared to have some type of bat-like wings attached to his body and perhaps a cape. And a short while later, there was a whoosh and a flash of light across the street. It seemed to be something not of the natural world, perhaps something more alien in nature.
No physical evidence of the creature was found until 2007, when workers in a southern suburb of Mexico City discovered what they believed to be physical proof of a humanoid presence.
I believe we are in front of something extraordinary, and we have to learn more about this.
Jaime Maussan, a journalist and investigator, has possession of the corpse of an infant creature. He believes it is a species connected to the flying humanoids reported in this area.
Back in May 2007, something happened in a ranch where they captured a strange creature. The owner of the ranch came to me and brought this creature, saying that probably was an extraterrestrial or something else.
This photograph shows the creature when it was reportedly still alive.
Its manner was very aggressive. It wanted to get loose or attack people.
Augustine Escobar was one of the few people to see the creature before it died.
When I arrived on the spot, they had it in a rat trap and we started observing it. I only saw it for about 5 minutes. To me it was strange, totally strange, like a type of rat in between rat and monkey. It looked like it didn't have any skin nor hair. It had fangs, a large head. I didn't see it for very long because, to be honest, it scared me a bit. Because when you tried to move in closer, it threw itself against you.
He is convinced this aggressive beast is not of earthly origin.
I think it must be an extraterrestrial, because I've never seen a similar creature from this world.
The Monster Quest science team will try to discover the biological identity of the mummified specimen. The first step is DNA analysis.
We're considering taking a piece from the tail to be able to take it to the laboratory and analyze whether there's DNA. And see what this DNA could be, to compare it. So we're going to proceed and take the sample. We're going to be very careful. I'm going to put on a pair of gloves and place it in a sterile container to eliminate any possible contamination.